With the date to open Six Flags Qiddiya set for December 31st, this highly anticipated, although controversial park has many people questioning if they would be safe going to an amusement park in Saudi Arabia. And although I have never personally been to Saudi Arabia, I have done countless hours of research along with speaking to close friends that have been to Saudi Arabia, and I feel very confident in the knowledge that I have obtained to share that with all of you guys. By no way, shape, or form am I trying to convince anyone to go to Saudi Arabia. If you don't want to go to Six Flags Qiddiya, I totally understand. However, those that do want to go, this video is for you. This is some general knowledge that you probably want to know before going to Six Flags Qiddiya. There's a lot to know before you go to Saudi Arabia, and I'm going to cover everything from the flights, which airline you should take, what clothing to wear, what forms of ID, transportation to and from the park, as well as hotel accommodations. A lot of people have false interpretations of what Saudi Arabia is actually like. Now, if you are the type of person that is not willing to adapt to certain customs, I highly recommend you probably shouldn't go. We are very fortunate here in America to have the freedoms that we have. There are certain dress codes and things that you just need to know when going over to Saudi Arabia. So, as for ladies, you're not going to want to wear anything other than pants or a long dress. As far as like a t-shirt goes, you can have a t-shirt on. You just want to probably nothing that's too revealing of the shoulder. And as far as guys go, you can wear pretty much t-shirts and shorts. Now, I realize that this is very controversial and a lot of people are not big fans of that. We love our freedoms over here in America. So you just have to realize that you are in a different culture with different ways of seeing things. However, it's important to realize that the Saudi Crown Prince really wants tourism to Saudi Arabia. So anything that's going to jeopardize tourism, such as mistreatment of a tourist, which would not fare well for business, that's not going to be good for Saudi Arabia. So try and understand that they want you there. It's important to realize that. When people get this assumption that, well, they don't want us, they don't like our culture, it's not like that. They do want you there, and you just have to be respectful and mindful of their culture. Whether you support it or don't support it, it's important to be respectful. When you go to somebody's home, you don't go in their house with muddy boots on and track it all over their house. So just kind of look at it that way. Just be respectful of their culture and their way of doing things, and you won't have any issues. Saudi Arabia has a vast abundance of oil, so they pretty much got all their money from oil. However, with people switching to electric cars and the possibility of oil running out in the future, they look to expand tourism for their country, which is exactly what Abu Dhabi did, as well as Dubai. And in doing so, they changed their entire culture around, making it very tourist friendly. There is no doubt in my mind that Saudi Arabia can do the same thing. When people say, well, I won't go there because such and such and this and that, but yet they would go to Dubai, you have to understand that Saudi Arabia is trying to get more liberal on their policies. It wasn't that long ago that women had to have face coverings. The Crown Prince realized that if they want to attract tourism in Saudi Arabia, they need to be more lenient on the policies and laws. So he changed that, as well as changing the fact that women can now drive. And although this may seem silly, this is a step in the right direction. The Crown Prince also knows that if he wants tourism to Saudi Arabia, he's going to have to do this in steps because he cannot risk ruining their culture. However, he can't throw it all in at once. Basically, it has to be done in baby steps. But Saudi Arabia has a wonderful relationship with the United States, and if you visit Six Flags Qiddiya, I really don't think you'll have any problems, especially being in the city of Riyadh. Outside of that city, I'm really not sure of what the policies are. Planning your flight to Riyadh, I would use Saudi Airline. They offer a free 96-hour visa, which is basically a stop-through visa, meaning you're just going to stop there, take a look around for up to 96 hours. As a tourist, this will save you about $120 from having to purchase an e-visa, which you can do on Saudi Arabia's website. As far as hotel accommodations go, I would highly recommend staying at a hotel located in Riyadh, close to the airport. Now, Riyadh doesn't have a lot of public transportation, but there is a bus that will pick you up and take you to Six Flags Qiddiya. Keep in mind, Six Flags Qiddiya is about an hour drive from the airport. If you do choose to rent a car, I would highly recommend getting an international driver's license. It's fairly simple, and you can do this at AAA.com. You also want to make sure that you rent a car from a reputable place such as Budget, Hertz, those kind of places. You don't want to go with some company you've never heard of, as this seemed to be a major issue with different tourists and these companies trying to scam them. There's some really good hotel options right by the airport in Riyadh. You've got everything from the Marriott to Holiday Inn Express and your more Americanized hotels. There is a form of transportation to get you to and from the park, and if you get on the Six Flags Qiddiya's website, it will let you know exactly where to pick this bus up that will take you right to the park. I'm really looking forward to going and visiting this park sometime in January, and I'd love to share that with everyone. I'll be sure to let everyone know how my experience went, as I'll be vlogging while I'm there. So make sure to hit the subscribe, give this video a like, and follow us along.